start our March Parks Board meeting. Let's go ahead. Did everybody receive February's minutes? And if so, if they were good, would anyone like to make a motion?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
All right, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Okay. All right, we'll go ahead with public comment and guest. Kevin?
Yep. I just was instructed to come and ask you all, part of our summer music series that we're putting on this year, we had people request that we do something at the park. So we rented the shelter house, and we rented everything that's available to rent for August the 8th at the park. But we was instructed that the bandstand was basically first come, first serve. But since we basically rented the main shelter house on Friday night before, and everything, the tennis court, basketball court, cornhole area. We want to be able to we have a family event, be able to put some tournaments and stuff on. But we want to be able to use the bandstand, obviously, to have some music down there. So my ask is that we are able to use the grass area, maybe possibly to set up some booths for nonprofits and people want to set up, and then like we let them do on the street when we set up uptown, and be able to use the bandstand for that day.
Okay, so as long as I've been on the board, we've never like rented or used that stage for someone to rent to like hold like a concert, I guess you could say. We looked into it a couple of years ago. We had someone ask and they were wanting it, but when we came to the conclusion of it, there was just, it's like a liability with the insurance and with the electric, because with the electric, someone has to be down there to turn on the electric and turn off the electric.
We actually provide our own electric.
Okay.
We do that through generators, and we actually have $1 million life insurance, or $1 million liability policy, because we have to have liability policy to even be able to do our other events to set up on the street.
Okay. Now, I could be wrong, but don't you usually have like a beer tent, right?
Oh, we wouldn't be doing that for this.
Don't want to be there?
No.
Okay,
This would just be in the park family type thing.
okay.
I have a question.
Mhm.
Not for you yet, but Kevin. Generators in the park. And I'm just referencing like fair. We don't let generators, during fair week. Do we have anything built into the park rules on that?
The generator?
Do you use generators in the park? So he supplies his electric through generators. Do we have anything that says you can or can't do that?
Not that I know of. Okay.
Terry, do we? I'm trying to,
I literally just,
Huh?
Again, I'm not sure on that.
okay.
I just knew the electric down there was kind of sketchy, so I didn't want to get into a situation where I already have, when the band show up sometimes, I got special electric built in uptown, and the sound guys, they already get nervous, so I've already done some checking on that. We'd have a generator and a backup generator, so we didn't have to worry about any of that.
So you're asking for the stage, and then are you also asking for the grass area?
Yeah.
I just don't know how we could just rent that out though, you know what I mean?
Well, they said it wasn't actually rentable. They wasn't a price on it to rent it. I just had to have permission to use it from you all.
So to be honest, I don't think we've been asked these questions before, Kevin.
Yeah.
so sorry.
The only thing I just know is that, just like I said a couple years ago, our old park director, we had went through and he went through everything and like the rules and stuff like that. And I looked into some things and I just knew like at the end of it, we told him, we were like, we checked everything, we did everything we could to like find out. And I do not remember, I bet I could probably go through my minutes and find it somewhere, but I just know we could not like reserve the stage for someone to, like for another band to play. That, I think like,
Kevin, as far as I know, we've not had concerts down there outside, out of the city.
Mhm.
Bill had the, Big Roast in the Park.
Mhm.
We've had our Fall Fun Fest and whatnot like that. But because you're in such a large area of people, we've never allowed it. And, so, I know we've turned multiple people down
Sure.
when they wanted to have bands there. That's why, so, I don't know, if you wanna do it, why, that's gonna just open up a whole other venue for all kinds of people to be able to come in here and play whatever they want to on genres. And because where you're at up there, you have your own place.
Mhm.
But this is a place for the public, and, we don't wanna rent you the whole park, so people can't think that they can come in there or anything else like that. It's open to the public,
Mhm.
and, but for you to then have a band to play down there, because I think that's opening the door for anybody else to come into that, and we haven't done it so far.
Right.
That's our oldest park in the city.
Right. Well, I mean, I think the key word on that's so far, but I mean, I think it would be you got that facility there. I mean, it's a shame that people are asking for that if we can't give it to them, and if we're insured, I think that's the key thing there. Most people is not gonna wanna do that for the insurance. That would be the deal breaker, but we already have a liability policy for that. So that's, I know a lot of people, if they were doing a one-off event, they would wanna pay the liability insurance on that. Because we pay a lot of money to have that liability insurance to follow us. So,
Yeah.
I think that's a workaround on that, but you all are in control,
I'm
so.
not talking about anything about insurance, I'm talking about because it has never been done this way.
Right.
Now, just because you're an elected official, are we supposed to try to let you there because you're an elected official? I don't think that's right. So-
I'm not asking because I'm an elected official, I'm asking because I'm a business owner and I'm actually renting all the other venues down there just like anybody else would, I think as a Parks Department, as a city, I think we would wanna make that an avenue for anybody to be able to do something like that. It's encouraging people to have a public event, that's, I'm looking at it from one side, because I wanna do something for the community and I'm doing 6 other events, and I'm having people ask for this, so I'm trying to give them what they've been asking for. That's the thing that people are asking for. I don't need to do this. I got people wanting us to do this, so it's actually more work for me to have to come down there to do it whenever I got everything right there in my buildings, and all I gotta do is drag it out to the street, so. But I don't know that, I'm not trying to be argumentative, but I don't know that since we've never done it is the right answer. I think sometimes we need to find a way we can do it, but that's gonna be to you all's
I think
discretion.
For me, being new to this, and my 2 cents to this is, for us, if an individual is doing it, a lot of things you gotta think about. Right now, daily, we have damage to bathrooms. If you get a big concert in a big venue like that, who's gonna police it?
Well, actually, we wasn't even planning on using the bathrooms down there.
No, but like, say a fight breaks out,
Mhm.
with that big a venue, or you allow no alcohol, but what if they sneak it in? And then the next morning or Monday, I'm sure you're gonna have somebody clean up, it's gonna be, it could be a mess in there. You may not need to use the bathrooms, but, just after a weekend of, last, I don't know if you guys went by Sunday, but that was probably the most people I've seen at a park for in a while. There was at least 50 or 60 people there, which is great. But the mess that was left there, we have trash cans there and everything else, and people just don't use them.
Yeah.
So I spent an hour Monday walking around Beechwood picking up trash. So you have the cost of the city employees, whether you think it's gonna happen or not, it may not, but it's something to think about.
Yeah.
If you do get that many people in a park, if damage does happen, who's paying for it? If the police do get called, who's paying for it? that would be my only 2 cents that I see stuff we're not thinking about. Anytime you get a big group of people in.
Yeah.
When exactly are you
August
planning
8th.
this? August 8th?
August 8th when we rented the
Okay.
other facilities.
So,
Sorry, go ahead.
so you're doing something there, one way or the other, right?
No,
Oh, no, okay, sorry.
if I can't use bandstand, I'll
Oh,
probably,
no, sorry,
I'll probably
sorry.
cancel the other stuff. I mean,
Okay.
I'll relook at it, but I mean,
Oh, sorry.
that's what's gonna bring the people down there to do the other
Sure,
stuff,
sure,
you know?
okay.
And so the only reason I asked on the date is because throughout all of us, I think there's a lot of unknowns.
Mhm.
So is there any way that we could tabletop the conversation so that we could do a little bit more work, a little bit more research amongst us, and then let you know?
Yeah,
Is that
I mean, I would,
acceptable?
you know, would need to know, I would probably need to know by whenever your,
Soon,
maybe your
right,
next meeting
right,
is, just
yeah.
because, you know, I've got, people kind of waiting on my approval.
Right.
I really thought
Yeah.
that
And
I would
that's
know probably when we
completely
had our last city council meeting, I thought it would, I was kind of indicated to us that it would be as simple as an ask, you know, and then
Right,
now
right.
we're getting into a little more difficult. You know, I've got people that's kind of on standby, you know, because they're gonna want to take other dates if I'm not gonna use them.
Right, absolutely. No, it wouldn't be anything that we would prolong in respect to that. But like I said, you know, Mayor said this has never been done. You've got your concerns. Obviously, you're at the parks every day. You manage, you control. So just amongst us, if we could discuss it and let you know, and maybe any other unknowns that we're not familiar with, just so that whenever an answer is given, it's supported. You know?
And I can say that we've only actually had, in the 5 years we've been doing these events,
Mhm.
I had to call the police one time, and we do serve alcohol up here, and I had to call the police one time, and it was a gentleman that wanted to bring his own alcohol in,
Mhm.
and I had to let him know that that wasn't permissible, and he got to go home early. So we've had that one incident and probably 40 events that we've had, so everybody really minds their manners, and to be perfectly honest with you, we put trash cans out, and we have very little trash pickup at the end of the night. When you come through on Sunday morning after we do one of those events, there's no indication that we had anything there the night before, so
Right.
I'd expect nothing different from my group that helps me put that on something like this.
Have you ever seen a band down there before besides the cities?
I can't really say that I have, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I know they've had bands I've actually took my food truck down there for bands to be in Beechwood Shelter House. They just weren't in the bandstand. People's rented it and had concerts in there before. Because I actually went down there, took my food truck down there. It was some pretty like heavy metal, you know, punk rock type bands that had rented out a couple different times, and I took my food truck down there and actually served food for them. But that's been a few years back. Well, it's been more than a few, probably several. I'll be honest with you, it's one that's kind of been good because we've already been doing the restaurant for a few years. So I know they've done that in the shelter house, but
Right.
the bandstand just wasn't something that, there wasn't a rent price on it. We would have rented it and we wouldn't be having this discussion, so.
I've been on this board for probably 5 years now, and I mean, we've had a handful of people come and ask or write us and ask, and we have always said that stage isn't used for concert, it's for city use for concerts, for the city's festivals, that's about it. We had someone kind of push us on it a couple years ago, so me and our old parks director, we kind of dug into things. We like called and we had asked around like about like waterfront and like what they do and what they have to run something like that, and we were just nowhere near like even one step into having something like that.
As far as that
To
goes,
start.
actually, I have my
So-
own stage that I
Yeah.
could set up. If I could set it up on the grassy area, I don't even need the bandstand from that standpoint. Because we have a $7,000 stage that we purchased to be able to set up and that we use on our other events. You know, so it's just that the facility's there and it's obviously good for for seating and so forth like that.
And I heard you say you're not gonna use our restrooms. What was you gonna use for restrooms?
We usually have porta potties when we do it,
Okay.
because I know that we've had several plumbing issues in the past. I'm trying to circumvent any issues. I don't have no electrical issues, so we supply our own electric, don't have any plumbing issues, and don't want to cost the city any money having to dig up a sewer pipe.
Right.
So we would supply our own porta pots. So, but
Yeah, well, so, I don't know what it'll take to figure out, and the steps to even get a price for that.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know if that's something we can decide, or if that's a city council. I honestly have no idea how that even works, and I had no idea about any of this. Is it okay if we table this to get it? I really don't.
Yeah, I think we,
Motion to at least
yeah,
table it for next meeting.
and then just figure out what all comes to that, because I'm just thinking, I need to go
I
over.
think we can have some discussions with, like you said, David, city council, whatnot, in the meantime,
Yeah.
just so we know.
I don't even know what we'd charge.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, and once you decide, you might want to let whoever's taking care of the rentals know, because they basically just let us know it was first come, first served, and I'm thinking, well, I don't want to do first come, first serve, and, plan this
Well,
other stuff around it,
in
and then
this particular
somebody,
situation,
come
you're
up.
first, and you're probably gonna be the only one to ask this,
Yeah.
so, but, no, in essence of your time and your vendors and
Mhm.
everything that you have, we can definitely get it discussed, channel it through the right people that we need to.
And
We'll
our next
definitely
meeting
get back
is
with you.
April 14th. So if you would like, you could come back to that meeting and we can let you know if that would work for you.
yeah.
Okay. I'll make a motion to table this for now and we'll discuss it more and figure out some more things.
I'll second.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
I-
All opposed, say no. All right.
Okay,
Okey
I think we're
dokey.
done.
Thanks, Kevin.
All right, good evening.
All right. Old business, I have the batting cage.
Yes, the inside is finished, other than, we did post on our Facebook page, we asked for pictures, old pictures, so we did get a lot. So I'm gonna try to go through them and get a place to print them off and hang them up and stuff in there, so there's old pictures. So on the lounge, when you first go in, a video, did you get to go in?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
nicer
they-
than what you would
Get
expect.
to go.
I haven't been yet, no.
So
We got volleyball tournaments.
whenever you guys call me, we'll go in. But the inside's done. I just gotta get the Game Boy hooked up or whatever I'm gonna put in there. Put the pictures up. Today we did finish, or paint the outside of it. I got all the bottom brick part of it's gray. The roof I'll hopefully get the next night stay. And we black, like Beechwoods. So eventually do the Warrior the same way. But, the biggest thing after, Little League, we just need to decide what we wanna rent it for, like the price. I mean,
Yeah.
we wanna do something small, I think somebody mentioned that, I don't think it needs to cost an arm and a leg, but,
Yeah,
people get some, back for it. And I think total we ended up with 3,600 in it, but that was mainly turf, was 2,300 of it. But, all the rest, we had the, construction materials in our little shed over there. But I'm happy with the way it come out.
The tees, oh, sorry. I was just gonna say, the tees and the nets, like anything, will take wear on them. And
Yep.
so, it probably needs to be something that way, in 2 years, you probably have to replace the nets. And, 2 years, replace a couple of the tees,
Yeah.
because they will just wear down just from time it's being used.
There is one still for outside too, so
Okay.
I told Derek we'd put it up when it got closer back to where the old one was, the old outside.
Mm-hmm.
And, that Little League can do with that one what they want. They have it out there for, like, between games or whatever, but I think they're gonna start doing some practice in there, cause the shape of the fields are in right now with the wet it is, so they may go do some tee work in there already, but they have a key, the Little League does, so. But,
I think they were practicing in the grass this afternoon, on the grass of the park, so, yeah, trying to
It's,
preserve the infield.
Yeah,
we,
I think everything's a pond right now.
just don't want it to be a repeat of last year.
Oh,
Grass be real high before we even get to start.
oh, I know.
But, we'll be opening up the bathrooms, there at baseball ones earlier, just because I think you guys are starting earlier.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there are people at the park. today playing.
Don't wanna do that until after we get the hand dryers are installed, they just gotta get wired up tomorrow.
Okay,
So both bathrooms have the hand dryers.
that's nice, that'll be so nice.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, the other thing there at that park, the awning, had the awning guy in today. Had to wait a couple weeks on him to get here to quote that blue awning on the splash park.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
So, and, you know, I would've had that done earlier, but when I first started, somebody told me that's how it was supposed to be, it was a split, and I should've trusted my gut. But anyway, it will be quoted, and I'll give you guys an update on that.
okay.
All the rotted telephone poles that was in there, those are all pulled up
Wow.
now,
Awesome.
and, that's gonna save us on spray, Roundup, all that stuff, make it easier to mow. The bleachers for a T-ball field are done. We refurbished them from the Y, and now you have another set over by the T-ball field. I just gotta get gravel put down.
Okay.
Junior from the street department brought me the first load. I just can't get it over there yet because it's so wet.
What do you mean?
But, want to get a few of those things there done before the season starts for mowing, but, we're on track to get them. I think that's it at the baseball park.
That's
Okay.
awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Just know we just need a few more nice days like today.
Rick Cozart is talking about how they need umpires. And I said, Rick, what about just using parents? And he can train, he's.
Well, I know my daughter's doing, softball practice for the middle school, and they've been doing umpire teaching, for practices. So that might be something to look into for like softball games, is getting the high school and middle school girls, because that's gonna teach them,
Yeah.
you know, in the long run, and so,
And they can get, make them a little money.
yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I thought mine would, but yeah, they're doing, I know the middle school and high school, they're doing the umpire, like, reaching out to them and teaching them during practices. So they have like little clinics they've been doing.
That's a good idea.
So I would definitely reach out to possibly, you know.
We have relied on former high school players, pretty heavy for umpires, and even current, one of the seasons.
I know my son helped last year, the year before,
Yeah.
I think, so.
Makes sense, good way for those kids to make a few bucks, and, yeah.
Anything else for us at baseball park?
No,
The lock, we talked about having a key lock for stores, having a coded lock.
Yeah, I haven't got, I wanna do that same thing to the batting cage, I just haven't had a chance to go look at the door.
Okay.
Those locks are anywhere from $60 to the ones we have on our house. I try to,
Yeah.
when we moved out there, I went back to the $280 ones, because the batteries last forever, several codes you could put in, but that's,
Yeah.
those are the type I'd like. I just gotta figure out what line I wanna get it out of.
he's got a data, you know what I mean? He's gonna look at all the reviews.
Yeah.
But, I will make sure that
Okay.
happens.
That's all I had for old business. Unless you have anything else?
Updates and the rest of the,
Yeah, new business, we had that event paperwork, didn't we?
I don't know if this falls in, Mr. Wakeman, come to me and asked me to bring this, he's wanting to do Shakespeare in the parks.
Who?
This is paperwork, and scheduled for April 29th. Mr. Chris Wakeman.
Oh, is that a visitor?
Company's coming, you know. company's
Oh.
He's a visitor's.
coming. He's Visitors Commission, yeah, he's over the Visitors Commission.
And I think this may be, you know, once the city's involvement, from what I understood,
April 29th.
April 29th.
is the, was the visiting commission, was
Paying
they,
that?
was they paying it?
The 1,500 to,
I think he was
schedule.
trying to get a sponsor for that.
A sponsor,
If I
okay.
understand him right, I think he was trying to get a sponsor.
Okay, this is my, that, like she just said, if we do this and we let them use the
Uh-huh.
stage,
Yes, that's my
that's
thing.
not gonna work too good with old Smallwood over here, so, but if the city is in on it, and it's a city thing, event,
Yeah.
then it would be,
Yeah, what,
You said he brought that to the,
Yeah, he did bring it.
To the council?
To the, well, there is a board, and the county's got 5, I've got 2. So, you know, and that board there, as Chris brought that, he said, we would like to have a Shakespearean play. So it's not music, it's a play.
yeah.
So,
what is the ask? What's the parameter? I mean,
I
what
guess
buildings or does he
just-
want, like all that? I mean,
he wants the park,
The whole park?
assuming Beechwood.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind that, and honestly, I think that would be very nice for the community to do that. I think that would be really cool. I know some people who would probably like to go to that, but this is my only thing on that. I think that would,
I think that that's the same ask that Kevin had.
mhm.
And we said we couldn't make that decision right now. I mean, the difference is, we don't know what the stage would be charged, you know, we don't know that, that's what we don't know. This, they're not asking,
So-
they're asking to not pay for anything, probably.
Yeah.
Kevin was saying he was gonna pay, right?
So, so when when we looked into it, Greg Schuler was really wanting to rent that stage to have a
Sure.
Christian concert.
Sure.
Okay. And you'd have like a gospel Christian concert there.
Mhm.
All right. And, we initially told him, just, you know, like City Hall was like, oh, you can't rent the stage, blah, blah, blah. And then he was like, well, then told him first come, first serve. But then he wanted to use our electric. So then that's when it kind of, we were like, well, no, you can't. And he kind of made it a bigger deal. He was contacting me and Jerry a lot, asking us questions, kind of like, you know, well, other towns, they kind of let the, you know what I mean? And like, so Jerry looked into it, then that's what we like, looked into what they do for waterfront. And, you know, waterfront, they, you know, they pay the city police for security for there. They have someone from the city electric that help,
Sure.
like volunteers, or not, I'm sure they get paid, but they come down and do the electric and all that. Then they have a cleanup crew that does it. And then they have event managers. So that's kind of like what it came down to.
Yeah.
And that's what like Jerry had told Greg, who's like, if this is something we're gonna do, we need to hire, the city needs to hire an event manager to do this and to make sure that the park is clear and everything is at the park for these people to use. And that's just not something we had. And, so like, me and Jerry, we dealt with it for almost like, I'd say a little over a month, and then finally we were like, just like, no, it's not gonna happen. So that's kind of my take on it too. He made a Facebook post about it and was pretty angry. So I know if we let this, I feel like that's it. I know as soon as we let that, I would almost put $100 bill down, we're gonna get a phone call next. And he's gonna want it again for the Christian concert. You know, so it's, to me, it's just a domino effect on
I
that.
definitely think that we should be
But,
investigating, like what, because when we do, our Fall Fun Fest, that's the city. And the mayor has all of the departments there, right?
of all the departments.
So I don't disagree with what you're saying at all. I'm, like, this stuff here, you know, I don't, if he's asking to use it, but if it's with the city, like the Mayberry and all that,
Yeah,
is that through the Visitors Commission?
no.
no.
That's different?
Yeah, Visitors Commission helps fund it, but no, that's brought about by the city.
Okay.
And so just like Fall Fun Fest and like what Bill had, I mean, you know, those were all areas that the city brought out. And you have police there, you already have all those people you're talking
Yeah.
about there.
And then like, see, for them, they use the electric, they hook up the things for the, food trucks.
It's
And the
okay.
city pays for all of it.
Yeah.
They pay for the electric, they pay for the water that's being used.
And then
So-
all the money that's collected, because they have a silent auction.
Mhm.
And, you know, we have three entities see, I think it's the Warriorettes, I think it's the Cheerleaders, I think it's one other one. But there's all games, all these games for kids to play. And those students man those games. And then, the silent auction money comes in, and when that comes in, that's all given to those three different entities. So it's been a great thing.
Yeah.
But
Do you guys see this as different, or?
Well-
Let's talk about that here in a little bit.
Okay.
Go ahead and keep going through, the
Okay.
agenda. We'll
Yeah,
close up.
that's all I had. We'll table, we can just, you guys wanna take a vote and table this too?
Yeah.
I feel like that's
Yeah,
fair.
let's do that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so, would anyone like to make a motion to table the Shakespeare in the park?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. All right, Randy, do you have any other park updates?
Beechwood, we will be pulling the poles up there too.
Okay,
But the biggest thing there right now is the lock on the men's bathroom, that automatic lock. This will be our third one. Kevin's gonna try something different on that one. I don't know if it's the door or what it is, but
we put a new door in it. didn't we?
yeah, I don't know if it's, when he put it in, the doors that was already ordered, they're not the same as the other parks, Mayor.
Wow.
So I didn't know this, because that was my second month I started.
Yeah,
They was already pre-ordered,
yeah.
and the contractor isn't even the one that ordered them. They was already ordered in the Splash Park bathrooms. So when the contractor went to put them up, they wasn't even the right size. So he had to build the whole door frame in it.
Wow.
But the women's don't have an issue. But anyway, Kevin's gonna try another one on that, but right now, it isn't working, and it hasn't worked in
how
a
much,
little while.
how much is a door? Like, how much would, just to,
An exterior door, the right one, probably $800-900.
It's gotta be heavy duty too.
Yes,
Jeez.
because the slow down's gotta work. But he'll try this magnetic lock, but, Beechwood probably, that men's bathroom, and I don't know when, it could happen past 9 o'clock, you don't know when. Throughout the last couple weeks of winter, I've been locking it, but I'll leave it unlocked when it's nice. I just hope we don't come in anything bad. This morning, Bill went over there to clean it, and the stall between the urinal and the sink, you guys have been in the men's bathroom, that little bitty wall, they have ripped it out. So I'm gonna be replacing that. We do have one, I think, at the Y and the rafters. And then the back toilet in the men's, I'm gonna replace it too.
do you have cameras? Do you have cameras?
Yeah, they don't, we're actually upgrading our camera system. I went through that with Stacy. We're gonna change the angles on some of them, because some of them, I mean, I'm gonna guess out of the ones we have up at all the parks, there's 3 or 4 that doesn't hit anything.
Who just says like, oh, let's go in here and just demolish this bathroom? I would just like to meet them.
We've had some kids that's
Yeah.
doing this thing, and if you notice on the city, you're seeing the writing initials on buildings. If you look out on Highway 56, right there by the old Hancock's, it's
Yeah.
painted. They painted over here on the Genpack
And
sidewalk.
back showers.
Yeah, yeah. mean, it's
I know
been
Steve
painted
and
on.
them was doing an excellent job. They're
Yes.
going through more and more and more.
Cause they still have access, correct? Cause I know a while back they were able to, use their computers while they're working and get in there and access.
But like the
cameras.
Beechwood camera to those bathrooms is on the opposite side, so all you're seeing, you can't even see towards the bathroom door.
Oh, I put one at both doors.
Yeah,
I'm
we're changing the
Yeah,
angles
cause
on
I
them.
mean,
Yeah.
Steve went through with Stacy and I went through myself yesterday with Stacy.
and I was just about to say, you said that door was 800, if this magnetic lock doesn't fix. But I'd say, what, 2 times of someone demolishing that bathroom, we'd be about $800-900 in
Oh, yeah.
replacing everything in there anyway. So, to me, I mean, it is a good chunk of money, but the
Just saying.
damage that they could do in there would be way worse.
Oh,
Way
yeah,
worse.
you just don't know. I mean, it's been the back toilet in the men's stall. I'm gonna blame it right now on, it's just not flushing real well. But it's like the other ones in the women's when we replaced them, just time for it to be replaced. It's outdated.
Yeah.
But, other than that, we got a pickleball net that getting replaced.
My husband went fishing down at Lake Island, he said the trees were gone over there by the lake.
Yeah, that was what we had some interesting conversation.
Oh, he was
Randy was going out doing that.
Oh,
was
my
a-
husband was tore up. He said, will you
That
ask
was-
that guy?
That was a Duke Electric deal.
Yeah.
And Randy and I both got chewed out.
My
At
husband-
different places.
Yeah, and my thing
He
stole
went
my
to chew
husband
him
had
out and he
number.
caught me and chewed me out. But you know, and so I went to those guys and I said, listen, you may have an easement here, but you don't own it.
Yeah.
I said, the city owns this. And so I started looking legally, so I contacted two different attorneys, and they do have the right to go through and cut anything down that's within a 50-foot.
And here's the story.
So we can just,
Even
so we
if
can just be
it's
mean
not on
and,
that
like,
property
talk.
line?
It's
I
not-
have a 50-foot easement on each side, because when I've had a conversation, I try to do my due diligence with these. But I have dealt with Duke when I was plant manager there at the last place I worked.
Everybody's mad at Duke too right now, so if
They
we
do
want
not
to
keep
do.
up with their trees. They, finally, it seems like they're contracted out, but, I used to have the electric go out in a manufacturing facility. It cost us $10,000-15,000 every time we restarted and lost materials and everything, because they wouldn't trim their trees. Well, the guy that I met up there, I said, you're going to have to mark all the trees that you say, can you not trim them back? He said, we'll trim the ones back that we think we can, but, in the future, you gotta watch where you plant them. Certain trees you can plant, certain trees you can't plant. But, he said, we'll do whatever we can to try to save them. But he said, I'm gonna mark the ones blue that have to come down, and he did. And it's sad, but 6 of them was right alongside the trail there.
Okay, so if anybody says anything, no, it wasn't, it was Duke.
It's, yeah.
It
Yes.
was Duke.
Yeah, but the mayor had wanting to come in and wrestle in my
Can,
office.
yeah, can we, we need to put up a sign. We just a little flyer, not Scott's, not the parks.
Any
board.
complaints,
This was
contact
Duke.
Duke.
And
Here's the
Scottsburg
phone.
is a tree city.
Yeah.
So we
Well,
are a
see,
tree city.
That's my thing. We just did that where we planted all those trees down there and we did a tree inventory.
That's a 20-mile line that they haven't, his words to me, we haven't kept it up in years, so there's gonna be a lot of trees throughout that 20-mile line. It just happens to start behind our inter-urban building.
Yeah.
But we got, I mean, really lucky. I thought more was gonna come down.
Not only do we have that, we have,
I
we
say,
have,
we're gonna send a tree board. I say, that's what we do. Harry, let's send the tree board over there
there you
and
go,
let
there
them,
you go, there you go.
yeah.
But, no, I'm glad you asked that.
Oh, he was-
Maybe people can,
Yes.
We also have Verizon coming through all of our streets with, again, without any asking or anything, because they have these. So if you see all these places where you have to go around people on the highways and
Yeah.
things like that.
oh,
up
you
and
seen
down
all the
streets,
construction
Yeah.
signs up and stuff?
Yeah.
That's- Yeah.
It's Verizon,
Verizon. What are they doing?
They're running
Fiber.
a optic cable or
running
something.
fiber through.
Fiber, I've seen them.
This is our soil.
Yeah, yeah.
We did this.
But, last thing with Beechwood, pickleball net, the cable.
Yeah.
broke, So I got a new net coming. Back to the lake though, we had some spindles on the deck up there. We replaced so no kids could fall off. The bathroom there, we had, lock damage, but we was able to fix it with Bobby. Biggest thing, the fountain there. So apparently, I don't know if you guys know, but over the years, that thing's been welded and welded and welded. I didn't even know you could weld that fountain, but, the cast on it was pretty bad. There's chunks missing. The base around it, I don't know if you guys have seen all the rocks missing off that. I don't know if kids tear them off, but that fountain's in rough shape. So I called Jamie Toby. We have $6,000 in that Collier fund. So I had a fountain guy come up, pull a new fountain, and he's gonna do something different. I'll show you guys before to get approval. He had a lot of good ideas, but I think it's needed.
Yeah.
Get all of it upgraded. He said fountains like that are usually in bigger cities, just not the type you'd have in a park.
Okay.
But, I think, you'll like what he has. He should be getting that quote to me soon, and then I'll get your guys' approval, then go back to Jamie, and she can go to their board and get that approval.
That's great.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's fantastic.
We got mulch left over from the new playground that come in.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys seen that big pile of mulch, that Beechwood, but we're gonna take it over and refurbish the playground at the lake.
Okay.
Put all that right through there, cause it's just missing where it floods there. And we will be starting on clearing out all those fountains and the ponds and everything over there as soon as it gets, we'll try to get those open before we start mowing at the lake. The biggest thing, other than that, will be that gazebo. Gazebo needs a lot of work.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a little bit more money when it comes to it, Mayor. I don't know if it's something that we put on the target for next year, but it's rough. Did a walkthrough of it, and there's just boards that, it's just needs redone, somebody to
On
go.
that pier? On that pier?
Yeah, that gazebo that walks out on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know if it, I mean, to me, it needs a good construction person.
Yeah.
I don't wanna be, doing something there and it not the right thing to do, especially with it hanging out in the water and
Yeah.
somebody get hurt. But, we do check the railings and everything just to make sure nothing's that loose or whatever, but just saying it needs an upgrade.
Yeah.
So something to think about in the future. The other thing with the budget, what I'm gonna try to do, biggest things that come out of it, we have a skid steer. They don't make, a couple of years ago, Matt said they ordered, supposedly the last set of, tracks for that skid steer. We paid $2,700 for them. Matt and Bill went to go put it on, because they're servicing the mowers and trying to get all the, well, they don't fit. I was able to get them to take it back, and they reimbursed us, and we're gonna switch it over to wheels, tires, so they have kits. So it's $3,800, I think it probably come out, but it saves $80,000 piece of equipment.
Yeah.
But one thing we did run into during the snow, I talked to Jan about, we'll see where we're at the end of the year. But Bill Meadows brought his, side-by-side in, which has heat. It was cold there for a while, and he cleaned it off twice, all the trails throughout the city.
Wow.
We don't have anything like that,
Wow.
and I'm gonna try, I would like to get approval for that if we have it in the budget at the end of the year. Because that 12 inches when it hit, I couldn't get it out.
No.
I'd probably died if I'd have shoveled it
Well, I
like
don't,
we did.
I don't know if you've seen, there was park employees dying, having heart attacks shoveling snow. I seen it on the news. And, last year in Louisville, their park director died shoveling a sidewalk at one of their parks, and he had a heart attack and died right there on the,
And that's
so,
what we kept it to this last time. I mean, before I was able to shovel when it wasn't 12 inches around the beginning of the lake and the bathroom sidewalks and stuff. But that 12 inches, and as hard as it was, but it is a piece of equipment we need. Our truck, our plow truck, it can't fit down but just something in the future, at the end of the year.
Is
But
that,
it's beneficial to more than just snow, because you can remove that piece and use it for events, like-
Yes.
yeah,
So, I mean, I think it'd be beneficial to the city to have that.
yeah.
that would be huge. So, all 4x4 and just 2-person, 4-person?
Yeah, just a little bitty 2-seater side by side with heat, and, because none of our buggies that we have in golf carts have that. I mean, that's just basically for summer stuff, but,
And we know
Bill's has really come in handy. But just didn't want him tearing it up for that 12 inches, so.
Yeah.
Did have a few people stop me and complain at the lake, wanting to know why we didn't get the trails, because they seen us do it 2 times, but, I explained to them, we don't have the equipment. I wasn't gonna have people out there in 2-degree weather,
I
but
don't know.
Do you ever get on Gov Deals? You ever check that out, Gov Deals?
Gov Deals?
Yeah,
That's great.
it's phenomenal for equipment. I'll talk to you after we get
Okay.
that.
other than that, well, like I said, we're trying to get everything up and going before the mowing starts.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right, next is budget. Looks like we're 87.47%. That's great. So, that's all I got for this meeting. Does anybody have anything else? Would anyone like to make a motion to adjourn?
I'll make the motion.
Anyone want a
I'll
second?
second.
Okey dokey.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, say no. Hey! Thank you, Brittany.
I got you.
So,